Howdy, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Making Dough Show, where we love talking about making dough in the restaurant business. My name is Hangam, and my husband and I, we own 6 restaurants here in the San Antonio area. And today I have a cheesy topic. Yes, we're in the pizza business, of course. And that is my word of the year for this year. I'm going to go over what was my word of the year last year and how it really helped me get through some of the challenges of last year. And again, what is my word of the year this year? First off, of course, you hear these topics around, and I'm very pro focusing. I have seen how it's like if I'm distracted and all over the place as a leader in our company, and when I'm focused. And when I choose the word of the year, for me is an aspect that I'm really going to focus on. So last year in 2022, we opened 4 restaurants here in San Antonio, and I really didn't know what to expect because we had never opened 4 restaurants all at the same time. And my word of the year was to be cheerful, because I found myself by the end of the previous year, being 2021, and going through 2020 with all the COVID stuff, though I work and we grind and we get stuff done, I felt like I'm not that cheerful, as in I am very quick and phenomenal at finding all the problems, finding out what's wrong with everything instead of looking at the bright side. I'm not that cheerful person that is sunshine. God has given me a daughter who's like that, my 5-year-old. She's always bubbly. Her name is Hannah. And she's always bubbly, and she is somehow always finds the bright side of things. And I actually desired to be like my daughter, Hannah, going through last year. And it was incredibly helpful because we had a very rough year when it comes to staff shenanigans, betrayals, people quitting, getting letters from the government. I mean, what else is new in this industry? All the things that we had to go through this last year, I found out that it was incredibly beneficial for me to intentionally shift my perspective and ask myself, okay, I know this is how you view this, that this is the end of the world, and let's sell everything and be done with this garbage. What would my cheerful self say? If I was a cheerful person, if I actually was to see the bright side out of this shenanigan, what would I see? What would I say? And, it's been an intentional work. And by the end of the year, I felt like it really actually changed who I am to do look at the bright side. And it is far better for a leader to look at the bright side. You have to get through it. You know what I mean? We can't just throw the towel. You own your restaurant. You can't just quit. Who wants to be a quitter? So if you don't want to be a quitter, you do need to be leading yourself, leading your mind. Look at the bright side a little bit as you're going through the shenanigans, which is ongoing and forever. All the problems we get to have in our business, of course, and any business. Let's get that straight. We live on planet Earth, for goodness sake. You know what I'm saying? What do we expect? So that was really helpful to me. Now, I want to talk about my word of the year for this year. And one of the things that happened, we really are going to scale. This is our desire to scale. And so one of the things that my husband and I have been really thinking deep about is that what is the difference between us that have 6 restaurants and other people? There are people who have 30 units, 100 units. They have 10 businesses, 50 businesses. This is like they go to bed just fine. They're doing, you know what I mean? Like the stress and the sheer we carry in our minds and our bodies with 6 restaurants. There are people who are doing way more, and yet they're peaceful at it somehow, it seems, or they're able to leverage their 24 hours in a certain way. So I've been really trying to study in the last quarter to figure out, listen, what is going on in here? What is the difference? I know no one's smarter than nobody. We all have our own gifts, correct? No one's better than someone else. Obviously, they are better at a skill set, certainly. But it's not like they're smarter, they're geniuses. They're like, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. There is something tangible here that we can learn and apply to get to where they are, because they have been able to do that from where they were to be where they are. So we also got to go and meet somebody I met online and a friend. And we went and visited them, and they have like 7 different concepts of restaurants. We have 6 of the same concept. We have pizzerias. It's the same menu. It's the same sauce. It's the same dough recipe, for goodness sake. Everything is the same. One website for all 6 stores. Now, granted, their online ordering is different. But the social media, I have one per platform for the whole 6 stores. And then I'm meeting somebody that have like 7 concepts, for goodness sake. Asian, seafood, Italian, Mexican. Well, those are all very different. The training of the staff, the systems, the SKUs of the food order, for goodness sake. And how are they able to do it with ease? So I realized one of the many things that we could go into deep was the fact of how they work through people. That is the challenge my husband and I've had, is that however good we are with people, and I would say we're pretty good with people. I'm not saying that we're bad with it. This has gotten us here. But as you know, what got you here will not get you there. Those who are way more successful, they are very good at working through people, accomplishing big things, and making sure they bring about focus of their team. So I know what my priorities are. I'm great at making my own to-do list, which is going to lead to my word of the year. I am great at doing. I'm a phenomenal doer. I set my mind into accomplishing something. It's as good as done. Fantastic. It got me here. This is not going to get me to the next level. The next level comes from leadership and leading a team that gets stuff done. Not that I just get stuff done. Me getting stuff done, okay, great, but that's not going to bring about scale. Scale happens only through people. This is not a robotics company that we just set robots around. We're not there yet. Scale happens through people. So I need to get very good at duplicating myself and transfer my knowledge, my skill set, my approach to our team, key individuals who are willing to work the mission field, the cornfield with us, if you know what I'm saying, and move this company forward and for them to benefit as well as us, of course. And that is my word of the year. Duplication is greater than doing. And I have to remind myself every day, because I am great at making my to-do list. I have my to-do list on the day before. Every week, I plan my whole week. But I am making a shift to, instead of always being focused on the what, to focus on who. So that is the difference that I've noticed. People that are way more successful, maybe we're making almost 5 million. Those who are making 10, 15, 100 million, they're very good at working with their people, making sure their people are working on the right priorities that's going to move the company forward. So that is my word of the year, duplication. So every single day, I'm constantly thinking about how am I going to create either a scalable training. Who am I training? Who am I investing in? Who am I connecting with? Who am I checking in with? With our key team players, we have to meet on a weekly basis, have the pulse. We want to make sure we have pulse meeting. We have a team of 90, which is nothing. There are people who have thousands of employees, for goodness sake. So we need to make sure who are our direct reports. We have pulse meeting with them, make sure they're doing okay. Are they working on the right things? Is something frustrating them? Is there a conflict within the team that we need to remove those conflicts? So that is my new role, instead of just doing the work. Okay, great. You know what I'm saying? So that is my focus, duplication over doing. And that will be the focus. And I'm hoping by the end of the year, I'm going to be a great duplicator, that I am the kind of a leader that raises leaders, that go and raise leaders. So that's what I'm working on. What are you working on? I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're watching on YouTube, what are you working on? What is the theme, maybe the word of the year, or the theme that you're focusing on as a leader, as a business professional? Leave in the comment. I would love to hear it. And if you're tuning into the podcast, be sure to subscribe and leave us a review and let us know your feedback. And with that, let's get back to work and make some dough. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.